Now to the men and women seeking to replace President Kibaki. And we turn to the confusion in the Jubilee House. It is now emerging that Deputy Prime Minister Musalia Mudavadi committed himself to a nomination process after signing the gentleman's agreement with Uhuru Kenyatta.
KTN has learned that documents deposited with the registrar of political parties did not contain the agreement to have Uhuru relinquish the presidential ticket for Mudavadi. So just where does the Sabatia Member of Parliament go from here?
Well, KTN's ogina takes a closer look.
The Deputy Prime Minister is on the spot for rescinding his decision from a deal relinquishing his presidential bid in favor of Musalia Mudavadi. Uhuru Kenyatta claiming the deal was a product of coercion by dark forces rather than willingness.
Shetani ambaye hata hajui kazi hiyo tulianzisha namna gani. Wanakuja wanasema sasa unajua sasa nyinyi mkienda hivyo mmejitangaza, unajua sasa wazungu hawatatupatia pesa.
Just a day after claims of signing the pact under duress, details emerging from party insiders indicate that powerful forces based at the Kenyatta International Conference Center piled pressure on Uhuru to shelve his candidacy. Equally, the insiders claim a senior civil servant orchestrated the signing of the secret Uhuru Mudavadi deal. Also at play was a State House operative and another with close ties to State House.
Inawezekanaje kufanya harusi bila madelegati? Heri niwe peke yangu.
The fear then, an Uhuru Ruto candidacy will polarize the country, and to refuse this, they required a compromise candidate to give the Jubilee outfit a national outlook, especially after NAC leader Charity Ngilu bolted to the Code Coalition.
Whether it be that agreement was entered into through coercion, undue influence, blackmail, or whatsoever kind of duress, we as a party do say we are not a party to it.
He had decided to withdraw his candidature and wished to support me as the coalition candidate.
Nonetheless, the coalition addendum at the Register of Political Parties that binds both parties provides for a nomination contest between TNA and UDF. Clause 1 of the addendum reads in part, the presidential candidate of the coalition who shall be nominated from TNA or UDF within 14 days of the execution of this addendum. Meanwhile, the Uhuru Mudavadi deal remains in the hands of the lawyers and not deposited at the registrar's office, which is now being dismissed as a mere gentleman's agreement.
Even the documents deposited at Rusi's office, if you are not a gentleman enough, you can still walk out of it. There are ways of justifying as to why you cannot live by that.
The Jubilee Alliance appears set to move forward with the coalition national delegates meeting to pick its presidential candidate without Deputy Prime Minister Musalia Mudavadi. But a section of TNA MPs are calling for a ceasefire on the attacks on Mudavadi. MPs in the Mudavadi camp are accusing the Uhuru Ruto team of using Mudavadi as a pawn to weaken Prime Minister Raila Odinga's numerical strength. Ogina, KTN Prime.